This is the status of the rice field. So I strung out additional prismatic tape. The birds were spending a lot of times on the rice field. I don't mind them eating the rice, but when they're hovering over the rice itself, the challenge was, or the challenge is that the birds just when they're hovering, the barnacles begins to drop. Um, so there's a lot of waste. The waste is more the concern. What they eat is lesser. Um, so I had no choice but to string up more prismatic tape. Also, I went ahead and added CDs to the rice field. For example, there I have the CDs there bouncing in the wind. So I strung up a couple of CDs on the electrical wires. So I figure might as well use the existing infrastructure to hang some CDs. So this part of the land being low-lying, birds tend to be here more. So I put up a CD to scare them off. You might notice the patches of golden versus intermixed with green leaves. So I ask why. So the reason why you have some part golden and other parts green is because of the fertilizer distribution. They weren't distributed properly. Well, I wouldn't use the word properly, so I take that back. They were distributed but uneven. So I have to look at ways to when we're distributing fertilizer that they are evenly distributed. So the green part, they weren't given fertilizer as much as the one with the golden leaves. So this uneven distribution delays the growth or end maturity of the panicles. So that's why there's patches of green and golden. So the plan is to have these harvested next week. My concern is these green patches. If we do harvest the golden ones matured already, along with these green ones, the prices will drop drastically. So we will hold off on harvesting them, even though there is an idea of having them harvested next week. That's actually 1 week before week 10, 2021, so it's week 9. Week 10 is my calculated harvest time week. So we have to make sure the prices are where they need to be and they're not drop. That's been my experience. They come in and reap and then, oh, it's 15 peso and then it's 14.50. Like that drives me batty. And I understand though that if you do mix the green ones with the golden ones, it's like a waste. The buyers are paying for waste, and I get that. So if the idea is to harvest next week and there's still these green panicles, I'm gonna hold off another week so that they catch up. They need to catch up because there's this patchwork of green and golden, and then the price drop. You can see the green one here by the side of the road. So they haven't fully developed. Uh, so I understand that by the time we go to harvesting, this should be at that level of maturity like the others. We'll see. I'll be coming here to watch it. Just that I'm concerned about pricing again. These were planted week 1 2021, so by week 8 this is what it looked like. They recently distributed fertilizer. Not good. This patchwork of rice are shaded from the sun, so you can see they don't mature. This portion would be a waste when we come into harvesting them. It's I'll have to trim these leaves, back them up a little bit, because by noon time this patchwork is shaded from the sun. So sun matters. This area of the land is owned by my cousin. They planted a short growing rice in this, I think it's 90 days. So we are harvesting right now. So it's I hope that they'll have a good harvest. It looks like they will. It looks good. Golden brown. Golden, not brown, golden. Not sure what variety it is, but it's 90 days, and it's really good. Nice view in the distance. When I was a kid, I used to come here and play and imagine what's beyond the mountains or hills. There are places, just like mine, there are places that are green and places that are golden. So again, the challenge here is fertilizer distribution. It's uneven. So the next thing for me to find out is what kind of tools we need to distribute the fertilizer evenly. This area has been live fallow for a long time. I was seeing that it was followed. I wanted to rehabilitate it, but oh well, not gonna be. So really nice area. So here you can see the difference between green and golden. So when you're reaping or harvesting these and the buyer see this green, that's all they'll see, and from that they'll lower the price. So for me, lowering the price is not an option, but if it is, it really take hard to swallow. I'd rather wait a few more days for them to catch up. So it's about needs and want. You need the money and wanting to take the loss, go ahead and do it. You want the money and willing to wait, you do that, you wait until all of them are golden. All of these comes with the risk, really. You wait, weather comes and destroys everything. So you look at all of the factors and say, well, I can risk to wait, or I can't risk it. Let's do it. Let's reap, even if the price is lowered by some pesos. Ideally, you would want the panicles to be like these colors, hardly any greens. Ideally, in the Philippines, No such thing as ideally. This is what I call the high school area. These were planted week 1, 2021. So right now we're pumping out water to flood the rice paddies. They recently fertilized the area, so now the fertilizer will need to be absorbed into the water for the roots to take hold of the fertilizer. So looks really nice. Can't wait for week 14. No, sorry, week 16, week 17. Sorry, thinking of something else.